Rangers, and welcome to Ranger Ruby YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going over 7 things you can do and check before you visit a national park. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, now, so if you have been following this channel since literally day 1, you will know that I've already made this video. It was in fact the 15th video that I ever published on the YouTube. But here's the thing. I know for a fact that not many of y'all have seen it, and I know for a fact that this is a super important video. All 7 of these things you should take into account for when you go to visit a national park. And they are just simple things that you should do to prevent things from happening that can make your trip just go all wrong. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this new take on 7 things you should do and check before you visit a national park. Okay, now, so before we get on to the 7, there are 3 things that you need to keep in the back of your mind when you're going to visit national parks. You need to keep in mind the season that you're visiting the national parks, where the national park is, and what type of park it is. Because national monuments, national parks, and like national seashores all have different opening times, they all have different types of management, and some of them might not even be open during certain times of the year. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're thinking about where you're visiting. And that leads us into item number 1. Check to see if the park is even open. This is huge because if you arrive to a park and it does not open till an hour after you get there, you've got to wait an hour. And this is also super important because some national parks and some park sites like completely shut down during the winter time, and you can only go in there if you want to like ski or do like snow hiking or something, so there are no rangers, no services, none of that. So you need to be super careful about this one. And the best way you can do that is to check the national park's official website. And number 2 is parking. This is also super important because if you can't park, you can't go inside the park. Yeah, see what I did there? If you're going to a more urban setting national park, parking might be harder to find, especially if it's very populated and crowded. And this doesn't seem like it would happen, but even in parks like Yellowstone and Glacier and Zion, they are super highly visited, which means they get a ton of visitors, which means you need to get there early in order to plan out and find your parking. And number 3 is weather. This you should keep in mind when you go on any trip. If you don't know the weather, you don't know what to pack or what to wear. Enough said. And thing number 4 to do is to go before you go. Now, if you're going on any sort of road trip, especially to a national park, bathrooms might be a long ways away, so you want to go before you go. Also, if you're going to go on a hike inside a national park, there's no bathrooms out in nature except for nature itself, so go before you go, please. And number 5, alerts and notifications. On the national park's official website, there is this tab that you can click on called Alerts and Notifications. And this will alert and notify you on anything that the park has to say about things being shut down or not working, or in fact opening back up. If a trail in a specific park shut down due to a tree falling on it or some maintenance being done on it, that's the number 1 place that you will find it. Also, this is where you can find out if parks are actually opening back up again because of the recent happenings. Many have shut down, and you can check if it's still open by going to alerts and notifications. And item/thing number 6, seasons. Now I know I said to keep this in the back of your mind, and there is a reason for that. Because seasons, similar to weather, can affect what you're going to do inside the national park. If you're going to Glacier National Park during the winter time, you're not expecting to canoe there. And if you go to a Glacier National Park in the summertime, don't expect to snow ski. So just keep in mind what you can do in various national parks during the seasons that you go there. And finally, item number 7, time zones. Now, if you live in a different time zone than the national park you're planning to visit, you need to keep that in mind when you travel across it. Because as I said, with time zones, the times will shift once you cross. So in order to, just to get rid of that little extra added confusion, just keep time zones at the back of your mind and check that before you go travel to a national park. Well, everybody, that is the end in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to click that red subscribe button and the little bell next to it to always know when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I shall see you next video. Bye!